make them believe what they're telling you, they're going to starve you to death. You're not going to get anything to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, my family, he graduated from the University of Southern California. Now, this instructor did. I'm not getting too far ahead of myself there, man.
No.
And so he says, my family lives in China. And he says, your life don't mean shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way he told it to me, you know.
Wow.
And I says, okay. He says, you're going to have to criticize yourself and make these people think what they're telling you that you believe it. I says, well, you just think about it. I'll come back tomorrow. So he came back the next day. So the few of us that was in there, we got up and criticized ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Did Lloyd tell you how we criticize ourselves?
No, he hasn't.
Okay, you get up on the stand in front of the whole camp, and you say, I'm sorry I have a hostile attitude towards the Chinese People's Republic for world peace, and I'll try to treat you people better from now on.
Right, out of one side of your mouth.
Yeah, so I got a bowl of rice.
Oh, my goodness.
And a tin cup.
Uh-huh.
And I never had that. And I said, oh, man, this is great. I'll do this again tomorrow.
You tell him another lie.
Yeah, I'll tell him another one, you know.
That's right, yeah.
And I'll tell you something else when we're not on the air, one of the other guys.
Okay.
And so then I don't know if they ever heard you tell us that we learned the Chinese national anthem in Chinese.
No, I haven't.
Okay, we had to learn to do that.
Uh-huh.
So I learned the Chinese national anthem.
In Chinese.
In Chinese.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on, Don.
Okay.
There's our break time, so let me take care of this business, and we'll be right back. Our special guest is Mr. Don Denny, talking about his time as a guest of the North Korean and Chinese government.
All right.
We'll be right back after this.
There's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Welcome back, everyone, to POWMI Radio. We're talking with a very special guest, and that is Mr. Don Denny, Korean War veteran and former prisoner of war, talking about criticizing yourself to appease the Chinese to give you some extra rations. I guess, you know, as long as you played the game and didn't antagonize them, you could make life better for yourself and not be considered a traitor.
That's exactly what I decided to do.
Uh-huh.
I decided to stay right on the fence, not jump one side or the other.
Sure.
You know, so I stayed right on the fence, kept myself out of trouble as much as I possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was treated just a little bit better, you know.
And I don't think anybody would hold that against you, you know, because
No.
you knew what you believed, and you certainly didn't stay over there on your own.
No. And I said, you know, everything they told me, I said, I'll forget all this bull crap when I go home, you know.
Right.
You know where it's at?
Pardon me?
You know where it's at now?
Where's it at now?
Right in my head.
Right in your head, huh? As
Yeah.
a remembrance.
You know, I haven't forgot a damn bit of that prisoner of war stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It all has stayed with me completely all these years.
Is that hard for you around this time of the year, though?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm having such a hard time right now, it's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
They had me down on the floor killing me the other night. And I almost thought they were going to kill me right then, and my wife woke me up.
Oh.
So I said, thanks for saving my life. You know?
You're just going through a flashback on that.
Well, see, I was released August the 20th of 1953.
Whoa, this is close. A few
So
days.
we're getting in close.
Yeah.
And you see, when we were released, they released the whole camp except Lloyd, myself, and I think there was 20-some of us they didn't release.
Mm-hmm.
And they had 2 truckloads of they were going to take to China. And somehow they found, did Lloyd tell you about this?
No, he didn't.
Evidently, some way they found out about it, and they didn't take us into China. They took us to a railroad yard and shipped us down to Pyongyang
Okay.
on open railroad cars. I don't know who found out about it,
Hmm.
but we were the last one released out of the prison camp.
Did you happen to have the opportunity to meet another prisoner there named Roger Dumas?
Roger Dumas.
Yeah. Because I think he was in one of the camps up there as well.
Roger Dumas.
I know Lloyd Pate was in a camp with him, one of the camps he was with, and I was wondering if he might have gotten sent into China.
Did he come home?
No, he didn't.
Well, I knew two guys that was alive when I left that never came home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they were alive when I left, but they never did come home.
Never did make it back.
Not that I know of, no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they could have died there or what happened, you know.
But you were released August 20th of 53.
Right.
And that should have been a happy occasion for you.
No.
Okay.
Okay. I just turned 21.
Uh-huh.
And I was captured. I just turned 18 when I got captured. I turned 18 in April. I got captured in May.
Wow, those are important milestones. Boy, what a sad commentary it is. That
yeah, right.
You got to
right.
remember being captive in those.
So I went all those years, and till 53. Then when I was released, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't been around normal people in so long that nobody knew what was going to happen. So I got off of that truck, and I got there, and I had no idea what they were going to do to us, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and what was going to happen. So naturally, you're scared. You're happy, but you're scared.
Sure, you're still not home.
Yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh, this and that," but when fear comes in, why and you're standing there looking at the Chinese, and you're also looking at Americans, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you really don't know what's going to happen, you know. And so the hard time came after I was released. See, I'd been gone from home 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I left at 15, come home at 21.
Wow.
Okay, when we came back, they didn't give us any rehabilitation or anything. We didn't see anybody to rehabilitate us or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I got on the ship the next day on the 21st of August. I left there and went straight into California. My parents were there, and they separated me from the guys I'd been with all this time in the Army and threw me right out into the public.
Oh, my goodness.
You know.
Nothing at all to reacclimate you back to the world.
Nothing. And I'm thinking everything's going to be like it was at home when I left.
Mm-hmm.
Little town of 5,000 people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, well, it'll be pretty much the same. Well, everybody had grown up since everybody I went to knew, and everything had grown up and things had changed, you know.
Yeah, time stood still for you, but
Right.
not for those people, yeah.
Not for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was completely lost. I didn't know what to do. I had no friends. I hadn't ate in a restaurant. I hadn't ate any food. Hadn't slept in a bed in over 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what to do. And I hadn't seen my parents in all this time. I didn't even know them.
Wow.
Can you follow what I'm saying?
Yes, I can. I can't walk in your shoes, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So I had a real hard adjustment period there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I finally got out of the service in Colorado, in Carson, Colorado. I got out.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to, I got to drinking a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so sick from drinking that I couldn't do anything, so I had to quit that crap, you know.
Sure.
And so I went to Tooland High School in Chicago. And I couldn't work there because I couldn't work inside.
Had to be outside.
Had to be outside, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to work for the oil company, and I worked there 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I met my wife there. She's from Chicago area. We got married in April of 1955.
Wow, that's a long time to be married now.
Yeah.
Did she help you with your rehabilitation then?
Well, let me tell you, she was 17, I was 23 when we got married.
Oh, okay.
You know. So, yeah, she has helped me. If it hadn't been for her, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Mm-hmm.
She's the only reason that I'm where I'm at today, you know.
Well, that's
I got no help from my family or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They were all kind of afraid of me or leery of me or...
Well, you didn't know what to expect either.
No. Right.
Don, there's our signal for another break.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll have to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll have 4 minutes left here on POWMI Radio.
All right.
Be right back after this.
There's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man